You ready? Hi guys.
Hey.
It's episode 28. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's episode
Yes,
28.
we just figured that.
We really
Yes.
did just look that up.
Yes.
Musaficionado, the podcast. You already know who we are because you are 28 episodes in deep. So
I would hope you was 28 episodes deep.
okay, at least
Start from the
26.
beginning. Come on.
With the bloopers. Back
Yes.
when we know what the hell we was
doing.
doing.
Yes.
Oh my god.
The fun time.
Before we had structure.
the fun time. Yes, before we had structure.
Before we were all organized.
Yeah, we just was talking.
Back when we was giving you hour plus podcasts.
Just talking.
Right.
Just talking.
Hi. Okay. What are we talking about today?
Today, I wanted to cover international music. And I wanted to cover international music just because I feel like there are a lot of things that are not of this country that we thoroughly enjoy.
Yes.
I know right now, like if you watch a lot of things like Afrobeat and Afropop is really popular. With the children, they like the K-pop, which is the Korean children.
Yes, they do.
So it's a lot of different things that, a lot of different types of music that sometimes get integrated into other music that we don't even know. Like I remember the first time, and I don't know where it originated, so it may be of the States, but I doubt very seriously that it is because it was popularized in Europe. So let me say that the first when I first heard "Baby You Got Me" by the Roots, yeah, and when it got to the end and Quest started playing the drums and it was like a drum and bass beat,
yes,
that was for most people, especially in hip hop, y'all had never ever even heard that type of beat because in a drum and bass environment, that type of music, like the entire song sounds like that.
Yeah.
So, and it's that fast and it's kind of a dance music, but it's something that really was very, very popular in London and England and over in Europe that was, tearing up the clubs. Yes. But because I worked in the record store, I had heard plenty of it. But to hear it on that record was weird for me, and everybody was like, oh, that's so dope. And I was like, but it, he got it from somewhere. It existed, but it wasn't, of his creation. But, his music knowledge is very vast. So I wasn't surprised that it came from him. But I think that sometimes when you add, different pieces to songs, like popular songs, it, I hate to say it. This crap that Drake has been doing with the island stuff, it's irked the shit out of me. But
is that an unpopular opinion?
I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion. It irked me, but for the people of those genres, they felt like he exposed people to things that other folks didn't know about. And
expose is an interesting word because I say exploit.
Well, I mean, we would say exploit.
I say exploit. I wouldn't say expose.
But some people, I guess the people who do that, do those genres consistently,
yes,
are want that popularity,
exposure,
or they want that exposure. And even if Drake exploited it, it got them some exposure.
So you brought up Questlove and you were talking about the drums that he did at the end, and I was reading an interview of his one time, and he was saying that one of the people that's on my list, I came with paper today, and Tam came with
pause. Good night.
Yes, we are very
creatures
today.
That have it.
We're very paper today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let that ride.
Because I was like,
I already know what that is.
Is something moving?
Yes, something is moving, but there's nothing alive.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay.
But I know what that is. That's why I didn't even stop. That's why I didn't even stop the podcast.
Okay.
We gotta go.
So
he said in one of his interviews that Fela Kuti is one of his biggest inspirations, and if you're familiar with his music, he is drum heavy, beats, like vibrant type things.
Very much so.
So I feel like that's the introduction. Let's just introduce on into
because I feel like Fela Kuti was everybody's introduction to anything that was African.
Outside of just regular American.
American stuff.
Yeah.
I think he was everybody's first introduction.
Yes. So first on the list, Fela Kuti. I just had a couple of songs that are super popular. Because the goal after the end of this podcast is for you guys to go out and listen to something that is not on the radio.
Jesus.
Listen to something that is not really readily available on Spotify or Pandora or Tidal or Apple Music. I just named the whole
something you gotta find.
Yeah, something you gotta actually type in and listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
So a couple of songs from him: Zombie, Water, No Get Enemy, which I think has been sampled
1,055,000 times. Yeah.
Expensive Shit and Lady is one of my favorites. So I will put these all in the the section where I type everything else. But Fela Kuti is numero uno of someone that you should absolutely check out that is not Americanized.
Yeah.
What do you have? What do you want to talk about?
Well, I have more genres. So I have, like you always say, you like to give the background and the history.
Finally, it's your turn.
It's my turn.
Look, I'm just gonna chill.
The first one I want to talk about was something that I got fascinated with when I worked in the record store. I don't know if it was something that was popular at the time or in the early 2000s. Lounge music was really popular, and we had all these variety of lounge records. But one type of music that was consistent on the lounge CDs was bossa nova music, which basically originated in Brazil. And the most popular one, The Girl from Ipanema. Everybody knows The Girl from Ipanema. Yes. And it's
I don't know the words, but I will hum the hell out of that song.
And I can never remember the man's first name. Gilberto is his last name or something like that. The Girl from Ipanema. Yes. Oh no, Antonio Carlos Jobim is the person who with Astrid Gilberto was the woman that sang the song.
Yes.
Okay. So bossa nova music, it was popular in the 50s and 60s in Brazil, and it was a fusion of samba music. Yes. Which I'm gonna tell you how I found out what samba music was, and y'all gonna laugh, from the cartoons. Cause like Bugs Bunny would be and he would always have like the fruit on his head, like Carmen Miranda, and he'd be doing the dance. So that is like samba music, but bossa nova was a fusion of samba and Brazilian jazz, and what you have is bossa nova. And it's still pretty popular if you go to like a lounge, like a like a really jazzy spot. You'll always hear bossa nova music, but I mean, I could give you 1,055,000 jazz musicians, but the most popular song is The Girl from Ipanema, and everybody has sampled it,
borrowed, remade it.
Has remade it. Yes. If you oh God, it was a song, and I know people don't see movies like I see movies, but in the movie Be Cool, and that was a movie with John Travolta was in it. Andre 3000 was also in the movie, and there was a scene where they went to go see the Black Eyed Peas. Yes. And it was like whatever, it was like a jazzy bossa nova club, and they were performing a song, and I cannot remember the man they were performing with because he does bossa nova music
in real life.
And I just can't think of what his name is right now, and I will find it and I will tell you who it is. But so that was the first one I wanted to talk about, was bossa nova music. So.
All right. So I'm more songs. She's just gonna give you guys genres. So the next person I would like to highlight in today's episode is an artist named S.I. Just S.I.
Just S.I.
Just S.I. Yes. He is Afro Fusion.
Fusion.
Afro Fusion.
I don't know if I've heard S1. I probably have.
S.I.
S.I.
Yes.
S1. I'm thinking about the S1Ws.
Yes,
Jesus.
That's all
I
right.
need a drink.
Nigerian born, and I came across him a couple of weeks ago because he does a song with someone else that we know. And if you ask me who it is, I can't tell you because I specifically was focused on him. So I'm going to put him in here. He has a song called Lap Dance. Y'all are going to get a whole bunch of stuff today. And a song called Dutty Wine. I have to get that. That's driving me crazy.
I have heard this.
Yes. And then Dutty Wine. Wait, hey. Y'all not going to get me in trouble. Look at it, pop back on. I was really just trying to get to the artist. Anyway, I'm not even gonna play the other song, but when I was looking up Afro Fusion, Afro beats, Afro everything, he's very popular. I was quite surprised because I found him, I want to say 2 weeks ago. What show did we do 2 weeks ago where I came across him? I don't remember. We did something 2 weeks ago and I came across him and I said, okay, let me just write this down. Anyway, it's not important.
Well,
yes, go ahead.
I'm trying to think what we did 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the next one I want to talk about is dear to my heart. It's Calypso music.
I'm sweating just thinking about Calypso music.
Well,
that and Soca.
Well, I'm gonna get to that later. But Calypso music, pretty much, everybody. This is how I know all of you all know Calypso music because you've heard Harry Belafonte. Harry Belafonte was considered a Calypso singer. So that, or you know, the song, the one that he's.
Put your body on time. Okay,
I believe you. Yes,
that.
That.
Out of focus, dear.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about good gracious. So it's my eyelash. But if you've heard Harry Belafonte, you've heard Calypso music. Yes. Calypso music was born in the country of Trinidad and Tobago, and it was really music that came from way back when they were slaves. They used to sing it in Creole on the island, so you know the people couldn't understand what they were singing. And it's a mixture of different elements of different types of music. The French Creole Bel Air music. They had stick fighters, which had their own music. They made the beats with their sticks, and that's called chantwell music. And then there was another music called live way. So it's all a combination of to make Calypso.
Okay.
The reason why Calypso for me this week was very, very important was because this past weekend at Coachella, the oldest woman performed at Coachella this weekend, and her name is Calypso Rose, and she's from Trinidad, and she did an entire set at Coachella. She recently had 2 songs that came out in the past 2 years. She had one that was called Leave Me Alone, and basically it was telling men that when the women are out getting their party on, just leave them alone and let them party. And then she's 78 years old, and she has another song that says she wants a young boy. So she has a song on now that she wants a young boy, and stop making that face. And
these are goals.
And these
are goals.
She's
78.
She has always been a Calypso artist. She said that I saw a clip on her this week, and she said that she will always fight and stand up for women, and she's a feminist. And when she decided she wanted to do Calypso, her father told her she couldn't because it was the music of the devil, and she was like, well, let the devil get me. And so she went out and
let the devil use.
Yeah, so she went out and she was very, very popular. Like, she is super famous, you know, in the world of Calypso. And when she got famous, her dad was like, look, it's my daughter. Like, he was excited at that point, even though he said that it was the music of the devil. But
so it's rock and roll.
I mean,
so
it all is
rap. So
but
is everything.
If you guys, if you get a chance to go to YouTube and look up old clips of Calypso Rose when back in the 70s, and she used to be on stage getting her groove on, and she, you know, she's older now, so she still got her 2-step going. But if you can and look up the Coachella performance, she did perform this past Friday night at Coachella. So definitely. You know, check her out. I really wanted to get into that because I thought that it was just neat as fuck that she was 78 years old doing her thing still. And it's just, you know, every time I would hear her song, because they play it on the radio, I listen to the radio in Trinidad that every day. It plays on my computer at work, so I listen to radio from far. But the song, the Leave Me Alone song is so cute. It's got the horns going. It's just, I mean, it's a cute song. And then the young boy is cute too. She does that with Machel Montano. So it's a super cute song. And so he came out and performed with her also at Coachella. Okay. So if you can get into some Calypso, it's so popular. Like, it's so many artists that y'all probably have heard songs and never knew like a genre of music, because sometimes you don't know. Because I always complain about how, as much as I love soca music, if I go to iTunes and look for soca, it's listed under reggae, and it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's been a huge fight for soca artists to get the genres separated on streaming services so people can actually find it. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of one of those things. I always talk about it in tag Tidal because I pay for Tidal, and I know somebody's watching my tweets because I've seen a lot of things change when I complain about it. So somebody's watching. So
the streets are always watching.
Yeah, the streets are always watching. So if y'all can, when you go on your vacations to the islands, more than likely you're hearing some Calypso music. Oh, especially if you get a steel pan in there. With it. Get on out of here. That's everything with the steel pan. But that's a whole nother show.
You know what? I'm going to sum up some stuff because you got, 2 left?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to sum up some stuff. So, you and I had the conversation about Cardi and how she introduced us to some Latin artists.
Yes.
And how now these Latin artists are kind of coming over to America and we're starting to recognize them more. So, I was thinking, back in the day, who was somebody that they should listen to? And you know who I came up with? Firstly, I came up with Celia Cruz, of course.
Of course.
Celia Cruz.
Oh, she was everything.
The great-great-great-grandmother of all things
salsa
merengue, everything related. All of that.
She's everything.
Yes. And then I kind of fast forward. Today would have been Selena's 48th birthday. I had no idea she was so young when she passed.
Yes, she was in her 20s.
She passed in 1995.
Yeah, she was really super young.
When they were like, oh, she'd have been 48 today, I was like, well, shit, I'm 40.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
and she's been gone for a long time. That's such a tragic story.
Very much so.
She was about to blow.
And y'all should, if you have not watched the movie, watch the movie. It's not one of my favorite Jennifer Lopez movies,
but that's a different podcast. It's a good story. That's a different podcast. Because you want to know the story of Selena.
And you want to know the music.
You can pretend it's not Jennifer Lopez.
Yes, and you really want to know the music. So Celia Cruz, Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, hell no.
Selena. Sorry. Don't listen to Jennifer Lopez. Selena. We talked about J Balvin. We talked about Bad Bunny. You know who I earthed up?
Who?
Nina Sky.
Oh, Jesus, yes.
Nina Sky.
You know, one of them is like a DJ.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just like, they fell off the face of the planet. The whole reggaeton era with Daddy Yankee and I think we ended up with Pitbull out of that.
Yes.
Yes, because you know, got in under the radar and then came out of that.
Me and my sister were talking about how Pitbull started and how when he really started, he was doing records with Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, and he was really like a crunk artist, and he did like one Spanish record and it changed his whole career.
Exactly.
Like it changed his whole style, and he could sell out arenas in foreign countries, like stuff we ain't probably never heard. But Pitbull is making that money.
Yeah. So I had Marc Antony. He was the first time I was singing in Spanish. Here. I was singing in Spanish. I didn't know what I was saying, but I was singing in Spanish.
What you're not gonna do is what you're not gonna do is leave off my best friend.
Who?
Elvis Crespo.
I was about to say he was on my list.
That's all, man. Man, listen. That's my favorite.
He's on the list. Okay.
Don't
forget Elvis Crespo, okay? Crespo.
Nikki knows that. That's my.
He was on the list. I wasn't gonna forget about him. And then as I was weaving in and out of the whole reggaeton Latin explosion, blah blah blah. N.O.R.E been around forever, and N.O.R.E is motherfucking Spanish till he died. Rose con pollo.
Yes, he is a Rose con pollo. He's funny.
Okay.
I love him.
I love Drink Champs. That's another podcast I watch.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
I started that off topic, but
no,
it's the thing is that I enjoy it, but when people start to get drunk, I can't. It's like.
But you gotta watch the ones where there's only a couple of them where nobody gets drunk. Like, I'm gonna be very transparent with the podcast. I watched the one with David Banner.
Of course,
and David Banner doesn't get drunk in it. Hold on. Let me just
Of course you did. Of course you did.
And David Banner was on. Y'all should watch that one. It was a good one. David Banner's birthday was earlier this week or last week or whatever. Happy birthday, David Banner. Okay, I'm done. Hey man, y'all do not understand. I better never meet David Banner. I would shut the whole podcast down. I'm gonna be a full-time girlfriend. Oh no!
You live down the street.
Oh no! Oh no! That's why the podcast is still going, because I ain't ran into him yet, because it's forever too. Have I got off topic. Go ahead. Look, let me get myself together. Go ahead.
Then I'm gonna let her fan.
Go ahead and talk.
I want to kind of talk. I guess I can talk about these two together.
Hi, David Banner. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Look, there you go.
Wait a minute.
Look, I feel like you got a range of kids.
She said hi, David Banner.
I thought he was on the poster.
No, he was not. There's no David Banner on my poster.
I thought that was a D.
Ew. No.
My bad. She's so particular today. I'm saying. She got on her cute pants, y'all.
I have on my donk pants.
She got on her cute pants, and now I can't see David Banner on the poster though all the
time. Yes, you cannot. Okay, so I'm gonna start. First, I'm gonna start talking about the good old sweet reggae music, what y'all all love so much. I'm gonna be honest with you. The first time I heard reggae music wasn't until after I was 13. Mm-hmm. Well, let me clarify.
Yeah, please do.
I had heard dance hall music, but like Bob Marley reggae music.
Oh yeah.
I hadn't really heard that till I was about 13.
Okay.
Because dance hall music was
a little political back then.
Yeah, but dance hall was kind of a part of everything at that point. But reggae as a whole genre that originated in Jamaica in the late 60s. And it's funny because it's a group that I think nobody's probably ever heard of, and some of y'all might, because y'all are, music aficionados. By Toots and the Maytals. Mm-hmm. The Toots and the Maytals did music that was considered ska music. Mm-hmm. So
that's a whole nother genre.
That's a whole nother genre.
Right.
But with ska music, it's the you get a lot of that in ska music. And so, what Toots and the Maytals were doing was ska, but they did a song called Do the Reggae, and it was the first, really popular song that used that. But what happened is that you take pieces of the ska music and then you kind of mix it with a little bit of rhythm, and then what you get with some little bit of jazz rhythms, mm-hmm. you get reggae. So reggae music came about as a part of lots of different things that are put together. But then when you have reggae, then you got like 15 different kind of reggae, like different types of reggae music.
All the subgenres.
Yeah, you have all the subgenres. So that's like when you get into the roots reggae, which is usually more political stuff. Mm-hmm. You get into the lovers rock, where you got the crooners over the good tunes. Yes. And then you get like dance hall. Right. So then you get reggaeton comes from that, because that's more Latin. And so it's a whole lot of different things that stem from reggae. Mm-hmm. It's a million and thousand reggae artists that y'all probably already know, that you've already, you got your favorites. Everybody's like, Bob Marley, Bob Marley. That Bob Marley was the bomb. Yes. But it's people that still do kind of like the lovers rock reggae, like Barris Hammond. Mm-hmm. Like he's still performing to this day, and when I hear him, I just be like, oh, I just love, because it's like it's like that tropical sound, but it's like somebody crooning over the music. It's so good that I just, as people you love, and then you think about people like Buju Banton, who originally was a dance hall artist, yes. And now if you really listen to him, he's more of a roots reggae type of guy. Mm-hmm. As he evolved over as a person, mm-hmm. the music that he did evolved also. Right. So and he just got out of jail, and on Sunday he is doing a concert in Trinidad. I have said this to y'all a million times. Hey, anybody who has a link to a stream, can you let me know?
Let her know.
I really would like
She's just going to keep bringing it up.
Because he can't come back to the States. So if I ever want to see him again, I have to leave the country. So somebody got to help me out. Okay. Now my tears have dried. Right. Okay. So So
you have the rest of your reggae. Can we talk about the rest of the reggae artists?
Yeah,
the
sure.
mainstream
ones. Go.
What is it? Shabba Ranks.
Yes.
Maxi Priest.
Yes.
Sparga Benz.
Yes.
Who else?
You got like Wayne Wonder.
Yo, yeah. What is that dude's
Shaggy.
name? Him too, but what's the guy? The
Bounty Killer.
Yes.
Beanie Man.
Yes, I was thinking about him.
Any of the Marley children.
Ziggy.
Steven. Damien. Junior Gong. All of them have records. All the Marleys.
Even Lauren Marley.
Yeah, because her kids are all Marleys.
They are.
Yeah.
All 17 of them.
All 12. Yeah, something like that.
She probably had some over.
She probably had some over in there.
What's the guy? What's the guy?
You see the light skinned guy.
Yeah.
What does he look like rather than light skin?
Sean Paul.
Hi, yes.
I said the light skin guy. I'm like, him.
You said the light skin.
The guy, the light skin guy.
Sean Paul. Yes.
Sean Paul. So give me the light guy.
Give me the light guy.
Yes.
So, reggae, out of all of the genres that come from the islands, reggae is definitely the most popular. Coming in close second would be soca. And soca music is mostly more popular, I guess, within the islands, but it's making its way to the States as island people as now that there's every damn city has a carnival.
Yes.
Because
all of the cities
have carnival. Because you know that New Orleans just started theirs like last year.
Yeah.
So now they have one. And a lot of people don't know carnival season starts the same time Mardi Gras starts. But it doesn't end until October. So if you could, there's different countries. If you can look them up online, and it's like a carnival calendar, and it tells you where carnival is in the world until October.
In the world.
So I will say this: carnival starts in Trinidad, it ends in Miami in October. Miami is the last place to have carnival in October. It's September, October. It's usually last year they did it in September. The year before they did it in October. But it's around that time. But Trinidad is the home of that particular carnival. But soca music is really big, created in Trinidad, like Calypso. But what the difference? Soca is actually a branch of Calypso music. Soca actually stands for the soul of Calypso. It really, the SOCA actually stands for something. Okay. So what they did was they started making Calypso music, but they started to use a little bit kind of different rhythms, and some of the music was faster. And I had to laugh when I said faster because Nikki said every time I talk about it, she starts sweating. Because
do y'all see this? No, I need y'all to see this. Look, that is sweat. She is talking about soca, and your BPMs gotta be 180. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so soca music it's a dance. It's dance music, but it's it's a lot. But
you see these edges? They come up. I'm just saying.
But with soca music, I guess. There are a lot of older artists that did soca music that, no longer with us. But like, if we look at current artists, Michelle Montano is kind of the most popular one. He's from Trinidad, but what he has done is that he has taken what he does with soca music, and he's done like 1 million songs with like Diplo. Like, if you listen to like a lot of Major Lazer records, he's like all over the records. And then for a long time, I kept trying. Who is this on all their records? Because I am a fan of Major Lazer.
And Diplo, she's a fan of Diplo.
Yeah, he's my white boyfriend. But he knows that I've told him so. But so Michelle is really popular. What they do every carnival season is that they have this contest called Soca Monarch. And basically these people perform whatever song they have done for the season, and the judges vote, and someone wins. Mm-hmm. And normally they usually keep it to the island, like you have to be from the island. If I remember correctly, Mr. Killer won this year. and he's from Guyana. And I think, let me see, he did a song. His song is called "Run With It."
I think we talked about this in another podcast.
Did we?
I swear we did. Which is weird because I don't remember. We talked about Soca in another podcast, earlier podcast.
He was the winner of the International Power Soca Monarch title as the first non-Trinidadian to win the competition. Mm-hmm. He's actually from Grenada. I'm sorry, and that's on the other side of Trinidad. Mm-hmm. But his song is called "Run With It," and I would like to play like a few seconds of "Run With It" because then you'll get the idea of what Nikki is talking about. Because if you look it up online to see people dancing to it, what they usually have done is picked up chairs and people and things and are running with them. So
hello, hi. Me and my friend.
I am not gonna start.
Hold on.
Y'all hear how fast that stuff is? Ain't nobody fooling with Soca. Not today. Not after work.
So that was Mr. Killer. He won. And then what they do is that when people get on the road, during Carnival, is all of the people that are in the parade, the mass bands, they usually have a truck they follow that is piled up with speakers, and there's a DJ. So what happens is, if there's a particular song during the mass, and when they cross the stage, they count how many times a song was played, and that is how it wins, the march. Mm-hmm. So this year's march winner was my good buddy, Skinny Fabulous.
That's what we talked about.
Yes, we talked about Skinny Fabulous.
Yes,
because Skinny Fabulous is from the St. Vincent in the Grenadines, which is another small island.
Baby, we're 32 minutes in.
Okay, I'm just gonna play one song and then I'm done.
We gonna be talking about Carnival and Skinny Fabulous all day.
Okay, so this is the song that won. I guess this is fast too.
Did you say, I guess this is fast too? I'm sick of town. Can I tell y'all?
Okay, because that's my song. So,
I'm sweating.
Shut up! So they won, but I mean, as you can tell, I'm a super duper lover of soca music. And when I went to Trinidad and I heard it on the radio, I immediately fell in love with it. And so it's like my favorite thing. So I'm trying to go to every party that I can go to so I can sweat off the fat, because I'll be moving too fast. Afro-Caribbean Fest is coming up in September. So it's going to be Afrobeat, soca, reggae, everything in Atlanta. So get ready. And I'm done!
That's the podcast. We'll talk to you. She'll wrap the whole podcast. We ain't talking about nothing else. We're done. I'm sweating because she done played all this damn soca music. I'm hot. I don't want to talk about nothing else. I'm done. Do you have an unpopular opinion?
Other than them, this week they turned on Northwest Mike.
Okay, no, we're gonna talk about that because we don't discuss him no more.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. Nothing real. I mean, not to me. Let me say this, and this is again about still in the vein of Nipsey.
Okay.
Is that what we not gonna do is say that all the girls are passing up the Nipseys for offsets. Y'all is not Nipsey.
I'm not entertaining that. We're gonna move on. Ain't none of y'all out here like Nipsey. So we're gonna move on.
Or the meme that says you gonna have your boyfriend burning sage and he the bad energy. Okay.
Nope.
So
nope.
Those are my,
I have two unpopular opinions. One, I said we weren't going to talk about no more, so I'm just going to pass that up. I'm just going to say, when you are a T.I., you should not stoop to the level of a Kodak. That's all I'm going to say. I have moved on from that. The other one is, I was on the internets today, and we know that the Notre Dame had the fire yesterday.
Yes.
And they have raised $339 million.
I don't even want to talk about that.
24 hours.
Well, because those are Catholics.
But the churches in Louisiana was burning, and ain't nobody offered them no money.
They ain't Catholics.
It don't matter. A church is a church.
Yes, but they ain't Catholics.
God's body is God's body. A church is a church.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I heard what you said, but God's body is God's body. A church is a church.
Most Catholics, most people that are the 1% are mostly Catholic. So
that's my unpopular opinion. And Flint still ain't got clean water.
Well, that's a whole nother in its other.
Are you standing for anyone this week?
No, but I have a story about an old stand. So I've been standing for Masego for like months. Like I had.
Oh, that ties into who I'm standing for. Continue.
So, my sister had to make me a post on Instagram because she said she should have listened to me, and now she stands for Masego. So I'm doing my job.
Each one teach one.
Yes, I'm doing my job.
So I am standing for someone this week.
Who?
I am standing for Van Jess.
I love them.
Van Jess, I love them. And I found out, because I did not know, they have a song with Masego called Touch the Floor.
Yes.
Did not know that.
Is it on their album?
It's on their new album, yes.
Okay.
Fell in love with Van Jess. I think they've been out since 2016.
Yeah, they have a song that always plays on my...
Addicted.
Yes, and it's another one that they have that always plays. But I know Addicted.
Through Enough with Gold Link?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the other one.
Yes.
Because I knew it was with somebody else.
So Van Jess is a two-sister group. One sister is Ivana, the other one is Jessica. Hence Van Jess.
Yes.
Nigerian raised, so they fit into our genre today.
Yes.
Raised in Cali. What else did I want to say about them? They give you, and I don't know how old y'all are, but they give me, I don't know if you guys remember Jazzy Fat Nasties, which I would love to talk about one day. We're gonna do an old, not old show, but like good. Let's do not girl. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
But Jazzy Fat Nasties, they put me in the mind of them. Les Nubians.
Yeah.
That kind of feel and vibe and everything. We need to do we're gonna talk about it offline.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out.
My mind is right. But anyway, Van Jess. Yes, I'm about to turn the lights on. Van Jess is who I am standing for. I'm gonna let Tam give y'all. We'll do Issa Vibe in a minute because I gotta step away and turn these lights on because it's getting dark and y'all can't see us. So, do we have sexual behavior?
I have one. I gotta look it up. But
okay, we're gonna take a hot intermission, but we ain't gonna pause. Y'all just gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
Because
we're gonna do new music, because I want.
You wanna do new music now?
No, because the only reason I only want to talk about one thing.
No. Shit is greedy. No. You're super greedy. No.
Sorry.
Look, go look at the song. I'm gonna talk to y'all while I am out here doing all my little technical difficulties. She greedy. Look,
it's only
you know how many? I have like 4 or 5 reviews. I have reviews from people that watch the podcast. I have reviews on that person from everybody. So we.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Because that was. I mean. Dude, that's everything.
Yeah, so we will discuss it. We will talk about it. But no, you found us a sexual behavior in the Ghetto song.
Yeah, I got one. I just gotta look up the.
I'm trying to see if I have anything else on my list. No, I don't. The last thing I have is new music, and I would have to come up with an Issa Vibe. I haven't done Issa Vibe in so long.
I know
that
we haven't.
I'm out of practice.
Oh no!
I have to come up with good song. A good song. I have to come up with a good scenario. Are you still looking?
Well, I'm trying to find it. It's supposed to be on this list, and it's not.
Okay.
On this list. Keep talking.
No, I'm gonna do It's a Vibe. Why are you looking? You can. I know you can multitask.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a Vibe. Welcome back, because I feel like we did it forever.
Right.
So the first scenario is. You are going to Slauson and Crenshaw.
All right now.
To the Marathon store.
All right now.
To get your marathon gear because you are supporting Nipsey.
Yes.
What are you playing as you roll up to the store?
And the thing is that, like, I don't know. Again, like I said, I wasn't a Nipsey fan. Like, I don't know his music, but
It don't have to be a Nipsey song.
no, I know. I'm just thinking, like,
Ouch.
okay, this is gonna sound so crazy. And why can't I think of the name of the group?
Something for the people.
No. It's a. Hold on, I'm gonna have to tell you. It's a group, for a group from California.
Okay.
And AC Alone was in the group.
Okay.
He was in Freestyle Fellowship.
Oh. Okay.
And
So what's the name of the song?
they had a song called Mary
Okay.
that they used to do, and it was yes.
Yes.
If you've ever heard Freestyle Fellowship and you've ever heard Mary, basically, I have a story. So here's a story. My ex claims I don't have any proof. His best friend said it's true. I don't have any proof. He used to date Ava.
Okay.
In LA.
Okay.
And Ava did a documentary about this club where they used to go and rap. Like they would have, and it would be all the LA rappers because Ava was part of a rap group.
I remember this.
Yes.
I remember this, yes.
AC Alone and Freestyle Fellowship was one of the groups that used to frequent this place because my ex used to frequent this place.
Okay.
And, you know, because it was so popular in LA, lots of music executives, A&R people would come in there and they would take what they saw and give it to other artists. So if you listen to Mary, which came out in the early 90s, somebody came in there and listened to it. As a matter of fact, it was Eazy-E. He took what he heard and he gave it to Bone Thugs and Harmony. And the style they made popular was Freestyle Fellowship style. So if you go back and watch the documentary that Ava did, it tells you all these different stories about how Ice Cube stole his style from somebody else too. He stole it from Volume 10. So it's this whole big thing. But it's a song, if you want to hear the comparison, it's a song called Mary that you would listen to by Freestyle Fellowship. It's because if I'm going to go to the Marathon store and I'm going to pay respects to Nipsey, I have to be in the right mind frame, even though it's not like a bumping.
No, but
it's a Cali song, but it's very mellow.
Okay.
So, long story short.
All right.
Freestyle Fellowship. Thank you, LaRon.
I'm going to take the easy way out, and I'm going to listen to Ocean Views because not only am I in California, but it's also talking about basically keeping your circle tight,
right.
and which in hindsight is very reflective of unfortunately what happened to Nipsey. So that's the song I'm going to listen to is Ocean Views. The second Issa Vibe would be Avengers Endgame comes out next weekend. Yes it does. Comes out next weekend. And in fact, no, I ain't gonna use that. You are going to Something in the Water.
Yes.
Of all the people that are going to be there and all the catalog and all the songs and everything, what is one song that has to play before you leave that fest? The song and the artist. Like, you will not leave until you hear this. Just one.
Oh, so many people.
One.
I'm going to have to go with my favoriteest, Missy Elliott. Okay. And I need her to do Hot Boys.
Hot Boys. Baby, you got what I want. I can't remember. Satisfy me.
Yes.
Okay. Wait. Since we're talking about Missy, and then I'm gonna give you my answer. Since we're talking about Missy, what happened to Nicole Ray?
She signed with Dame Dash. She was on his label for a while, and then she went away. But as far as I know, she's married with kids now. She's chilling back home.
All right. Because Pharrell is hosting it, I'm gonna pick a song from him, and I want to hear "Brand New."
Okay.
That's the song I want to hear because I love that song. Like, I can wake up and hear that. Like, it needs to be my alarm clock because it just, when I hear that song, I'll be like, my love. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Y'all not getting good singing tonight. Not at all. Are we ready for sexual behavior? Don't listen to that sexual behavior into Ghetto. This sexual behavior into Ghetto.
Yeah, this song, it's a lot of repetition, so a lot of things I'm gonna skip.
Back like it never left.
Yes, but this recitation is I Like It Hot by Patrice Roberts. This is a soca song.
I'm sweating already.
And pretty much the beat is I like it hot. I like it hot, I want it, yeah. I like it hot. So that's how the beat goes. So it's already,
It's sweating, they're hot.
So here are the lyrics by Patrice Roberts. It says, oh, a baby boy, give me more. You got me begging for more. It's Patrice again. Hot, hot, hot. A-A-O. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Hot, hot, hot. And it says, I like it hot. I like it hot. I'm warning you. I like it hot. Gimme. I like it hot. Oh. I like it hot. I like it hot. I'm warning you. I like it hot. So I'm gonna read the rest. Come on, come now, baby. Rise the temperature. Hot up the ting now, boy.
The ting.
Give me pepper. I say too hot up the ting now, boy. Yes, plenty pepper. Nothing cold for this girl. Make it hotter than lava. Give me the hot, hot wine, boy. Down in the Caribbean, it's like 96 degrees. How hot a feeling for you, and nothing wrong with a little cold breeze. But one thing I want you to know is, I like it hot. I like it hot. I like it hot. I want it, yeah. I like it hot. Okay, so we get back down to gimme pepper. I say too hot up the ting now, boy. Yes, plenty pepper. I am a hot, hot girl. Just might be too hot for you. If you could handle the hotness, all this might be just for you. Come a little closer to me. I want to see what you can do. Before you try to manage me, I really need you to know. I like it hot. I like it hot. I like it hot. I wanna, yeah. I like it hot. This is my jam. Y'all need to listen to Patrice Roberts. She's amazeballs. And then she looks fabulous in nothing because she always wears nothing. But like,
I'm a fan of nothing.
Yeah, she's pretty dope. When we get offline, I'm gonna show Nikki the video to Sweet for Days, and Nikki gonna be like, I'm done.
So I want to be naked.
Yeah, so that is our sexual behavior in the ghetto. I Like It Hot by Patrice Roberts. Please go check it out.
Are you ready for the new music? I'm making Tam wait because I know what she want to talk about.
I know. Listen, I'm just gonna be like this.
First up on the list for the new music, we have Chopsticks with Schoolboy Q and Travis Scott.
I still haven't listened to that yet.
It's kind of a bop, and it's on the radio. It's kind of about, in case you guys are wondering what chopsticks is, when your legs go up like this, it look like chopsticks. That's what it's.
Well, that's a new reference.
Your legs go up like these. Chopsticks.
All right, boo boo.
He like the Travis Scott and Schoolboy Q like the chopsticks.
All right.
Next one I have is one of our favorites. Sia has combined with Labyrinth and Diplo.
Yes, LSD.
Yes, Heaven Can Wait.
Yes.
It was a good song. They have a whole album out.
Yes, they do have a whole project out. Those are like two of my favorite people. So.
Yes. Uzi Vert or Lil Uzi Vert has a song called That's a Rack.
You know he's really going through something because he's something going on.
His music is reflecting that. Well, that's the whole purpose of Jay-Z stepping in for
Yeah,
him and
there's something
everything.
going on with the record label. I didn't realize.
No, it's not the label, it's his contract.
Oh, of course.
It's his contract.
Well, you know, they always make us sign them slave contracts.
His music is reflecting that he is in pain because this was not a good song.
Yeah, okay.
Not a good song. Our girl, Maren Morris. Look, let me preface this. I am not a Game of Thrones girl. I do not watch Game of Thrones. Never seen one episode. But Maren Morris has a song called Kingdom of One. It is on the Game of Thrones soundtrack. Excellent song. I mean, I'm a Maren Morris fan anyway, so I'm biased.
I mean,
but it is a good song. And then, what is the boys? No, Antebellum.
Yeah,
they have a song on there as well on the soundtrack as well.
Look at that. I didn't even look at the
check out
soundtrack.
the Game of Thrones soundtrack.
Because the only song that I care about is the theme song.
No, baby. No.
Sorry.
No, Jesus. We talked about Van Jess.
Yes.
Has a song with Kate Renata called Dysfunctional. That's a good ass fucking song.
I mean, it's got Kate Renata on it.
It's a good song. Dysfunctional.
You know he's gonna be there too.
Yes, I know.
All he has to do is play T.J. Moses.
And we still ain't got to the one part. Okay. Let me go back. Black Bear, who is a rapper, lowercase, all lowercase, has a song called "Dead to Me." Can I tell you, it is the equivalent of Khaleesi's "I hate you so much right now because you're dead to him."
Wait a minute.
It's a good song.
I don't know. No, that's not the one I've heard. That's not the song I've heard.
Okay. Black with Jessie Reyes imported. I am a Black fan. I am super biased. So, of course, I like the song. Rob Thomas came back with a song called Timeless.
It's Rob Thomasy.
It was, yeah.
It's Rob Thomasy.
I don't hate it, but I don't know if I'm going to listen to it again outside of the podcast. Elle Varner, a.k.a. Tinashe.
You do not like her.